What's going on, guys? B-Flatten here with a patch notes video. This is going to be covering the DLC patch notes and also phase 2 patch notes that are going to be rolling out a little bit later on today. So I'm going to be going over the main things for what is going to be coming in these patches. Things like stability, UI, resolution, and stuff. I'm going to be skipping over those. If you want to read the full patch notes, I am going to leave a link in this video, and it's also going to be in my Discord in the Borderlands section as well. So I will also leave an invite to the Discord in the description of this video as well. So let's get right into it. So 12 p.m. PST, 12 p.m. Pacific, that's going to be 2 p.m. my time is when this is all going to be going live. Going to be adding in the third campaign, Bounty of Blood. Increasing the level cap from 57 to 60 by 3. 3 new Guardian skills and Guardian rank increase is also going to be seen as well. We're going to be seeing 3 skills with it. Groundbreaker. Melee or slam attacks will trigger an aftershock, dealing 25% of non-melee damage that you have dealt over the last 5 seconds. While not moving and fight for your life, your meter drains 50% more slowly for dead man walking. And lead or alive. When you enter fight for your life, all your guns are automatically reloaded. That's a really, really good one. I always have a bad problem with that. So stability, we're going to be skipping over that. Added mayhem level damage scaling to melee, slide, and slam. So I was making a melee Amara last night. Do you know how amazing this is? Because I'm already 1 day ahead of farming for a melee Amara. So this is great. All that time yesterday, going right into melee Amara. So expect that as a character build soon. Mayhem level skill damage scaling, pet damage scaling, vehicle scaling, passive skills to properly respec mayhem level damage. That's going to be amazing. Thank you for mayhem mode scaling. That is beautiful. Added skill damage as a rollable stat on class mods. I'm gonna have to refarm all my class mods again. Adding skill damage to that, that's amazing. They can roll additional bonus skill damage with paired with base mayhem level skill damage scaling. We anticipate build center on skills to become more viable in late game. So things like ties that bind tomorrow is actually going to be doing a lot more, especially if you use things like Revenant and the Blue Tree. That's going to be nice to see. Added mayhem levels to grenade mods. Grenades have scaled. Thank you. Now we can farm for grenades and everything is going to be great, and we don't have to rely on just the It's Piss grenade. Enabled all sources of loot to spawn mayhem gear. So that means it's going to have our chests, mail, stuff like that. This is all what that's going into. Thank you. Mission rewards, vending machines, and loot styled enemies, loot tanks, etc. are all going to be dropping mayhem scale gear. That's all changed. That sort of thing. Change damage source for Remnant, Short Fuse, Indiscriminate. Do unto others and ties that bind to address that they double dip and scale inappropriately at higher mayhem levels. As a result of this change, players will notice that ties that bind will not scale properly with action skill damage. This is a temporary fix that will be addressed in a future update. Okay, so ties that bind looks like it's going to be a little bit nerfed, kind of. Well, temporarily nerfed, I guess. I don't know how to. I don't really know how to comment on that. Interesting. Vehicles now scale instead of just against non-vehicles. That's some UI stuff. Some general stuff. Hot fixes. General. Melee and action skill damage further increased. Thank you. Melee Amara that we were building last night is going to be super, super broken. I can't wait. Weapon adjustments. This is also what I want to see. All pistols will see a slight increase, with Jacob's pistols receiving the smallest bump and Mollywan pistols receiving the largest bump. Interesting. So all of our pistols that we had a massive nerf like maybe 5 or 6 months ago for pistols, they're now seeing a slight increase again. Jacobs are going to be receiving the smallest bump and Mollywan is going to be seeing the largest bump. Interesting. As enemy health pools increase, low mega size weapons like pistols will become less popular. Interesting. Damage increase across all pistols should provide more opportunities for builds to equip a pistol to accommodate their other weapon choices. Damages of TD or SMG weapons. COV, Dahl, and Jacob's assault rifles were increased to match some of the Vladov assault rifles. We will evaluate Vladov assault rifles in totality after players try the changes of the other manufacturers first. That's good. Vladov assault rifles, we're seeing a big change, especially with the Monarch. So things being like lifted up to the Monarch scale, that's gonna be pretty nice. Increase the damage of our traditional multi-pellet shotguns, Hyperion, Molly 1, and Jacobs. All received the damage increase. Some of these shotguns were underperforming as compared to fast-fire weapons. Interesting. I'm actually kind of liking that, because I have a 57 Stagecoach that's 25 pellets. I might actually bring that back now. Increased pistol damage across all manufacturers, SMGs. Damage on COV, Dahl, and Jacobs assault rifles, so the more pew-pew is going to be nice for COV. And damage on Hyperion, Molly 1, and Jacobs shotguns. Interesting. Bounty of Blood hotfixes saw a few. Remove 2 straggler townsfolk that were clapping their hands at the wrong time. Interesting. Potential production blocker with Flak the Beastmaster was sometimes unable to grab an important ledge. That's good. Stop Juno from sometimes getting stuck in a walkway. Addressed instances where cash registers would sometimes float. Okay, so in sum up, it looks like we're having some changes to a few manufacturers. Pistols are going to be seeing some increases. Jacobs the smallest increase, Molly 1 with the biggest increase. Melee and action skill damage are now scaled. Going back in time, action skill damage is coming back. Grenades is coming back to scaling. We can now roll action skill damage on a class mod. Slide slam and melee is staying to scale. Pet damage scaling, vehicle scaling, barrel scaling was another one. Skill damage scaling. It seems like all the things that were needed to be addressed in the Phase 2 patch notes, they were addressed and more, actually. So I'm very, very happy with this. This is a really good patch notes. And I can't wait to throw this into practice later on today. If you're seeing this video now, a little bit later on today, at 5:30 p.m. CST, my normal start time for streams is when I'm going to be doing the new Bounty of Blood DLC. I'm going to be playing through the entire story, and I'm also going to be doing a 100%, meaning all side quests, farming bosses, you name it. If you're not looking for spoilers, this is probably not the stream for you. But if you don't care about spoilers, if you want to see everything, a full coverage, I will be doing that later on tonight. 5:30 p.m. CST, I will see you there. My name is B Flattened. I'm signing on out of here. Take care, everybody.